Alright, it's time for the Wednesday comment review reading video. If you have something you want to say to me, leave it in a YouTube comment. Perhaps it makes it in the video. Like, comment, subscribe, and we'll start today with the Gang J show. I like the idea of this format, but the dread sets in while thinking of Carly Medieval Gallantmon being playable in this format. What could have made this format a little bit better if you could only use a single copy of any of the 20 remaining cards? I'm gonna be real with you, you can just splash in a Medieval Gallantmon in any deck. So, like, it doesn't solve that problem. That's just a suggestion, a tailor for the format, that the new Regulation Cup. You know, we don't really even know how it's going to go yet, so we'll leave the criticism for now. I do think it's going to be a DM fest, but, you know, whatever. Skull. I just want to play more common format. That was fun. Really brought me back to older feeling Digimon since there were no generic consistency cards, no aces, no overtuned protection. Got to play security control. In the finals, I was up against the mono green good stuff pile with Saber Leomon and the like. That was incredibly cool and competent. Also played against Red Dynamon, Purple Ghost, and Mammothmon top end. I do really like the common uncommon. It brought a lot of creativity to the format. I hope we see it again. I really do. Big C 415. My thoughts on this trait battle format is that Bandai is looking for us to play decks that use the level 7 DNA for each trait. Omnimon, Aegistramon, Boltboutmon, Talaklockmon, Surinamon, and Chaosmon Valderarm. That makes sense. I'm going to be real. That didn't cross my brain when I thought about the format at all. But they do all level 7. And, you know, Omnimon and Chaosmon Valderarm are leagues better than the rest. So it's going to be a rough one for sure. Absolutely. Edwin Rodriguez. Hey, I really respect your opinion on how good or bad decks are. What is your opinion on the Negamon Abatomon deck in the EX09? I'll be real with you. We haven't tested it yet. And because of the burnout we experienced with BT21, we're probably not going to test this until EX09 comes out. So right now I don't really have an opinion. The deck looks cool, looks like a cool purple toolbox, and it looks like it's going to be tier 2. I don't think it's going to be any better than that, but without the proper testing, it's hard to say. Now, if someone wants to leave a comment and has tested this deck already, let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below. I would love to hear about it. Lamabark. It's crazy to see Digimon cards going at Yu-Gi-Oh! Prices. This is an interesting comment because it's getting closer. It's getting closer. The gap is getting a lot smaller between Digimon prices and Yu-Gi-Oh! Prices. Pokemon is already just way cheaper than Digimon by a lot. Like, it's not even close. However, still got room to go, though. You know, yeah, you can play 3 Medieval Gallantmons. Your deck looks like a Yu-Gi-Oh! Deck. But depending on what deck you play, you might be fine. Like, for example, Imperial is still really good but really cheap. Now, if you want to play Mastamon, okay, that's a Yu-Gi-Oh! Deck price. Now, absolutely. Lowest rarity even. It's crazy. So, it really depends on which direction you're going. Some Digimon decks are more expensive than some Yu-Gi-Oh! Decks. Years ago, this was never a thing. But now it is. So that has to be taken very carefully as we consider things in the future. I'm sure at some point I'll make a video updating this situation. I usually do once every month or two or whatever. Christian Garcia, riding the Megidra wave. I don't think you meant to say wave. This guy is getting confused by something I said. I referred to Megidramon as a wave in the last Marker Watch video. So I'm going to, in case there was any confusion, I'm going to reiterate this. It's a wave. You know, how do I know this? The deck is a giant glass cannon. It has as much chance as OTKing you as any random OTK deck. Does that mean all OTK decks are all of a sudden more relevant than everything else always? No. No, it's not. We tested Megidramon, you know, playing locals against Megidramon. I think I have 10 matches on the deck. I have not dropped a game against the deck. It's really easy to beat. It's crazy. Even if they high roll you, you can still beat them. It's really interesting. Now, if someone is willing to say, but Mario, I expect like an essay response as to why you think it's more than a wave and why this deck should be taken at tier 1 seriousness. That's a wave. Moving along, Adam TCG. I'm happy and excited with this video and all the cards discussed. I love adventure decks. I really hope an Omni Mom with the adventure trait would be released though. I only included this comment because he said Omni Mom. And I don't know if that's intentional or not. Adam, let me know in the comments. I had a giggle when I read Omni Mom. So I imagine this MILF-like Omnimon female thing. Anyway. It's common. It's common. I'm sure Adventure Trade Omnimon is coming. And when it does come, it's... I'm going to stop right there, actually. I was going to say something very inappropriate, but I'm restraining myself today. Max, I missed the first 5 sets of Digimon. Me too, buddy. Back when the game was skill-based and balanced. Oh, what a time. Oh, man, yeah. Quartzman. Keep a lookout for Adventure Omnimon. It's coming. 20k is a new 15k. Bandai wants things bigger. God, I can't... You understand why I include this comment, right? Just look at the new Resodramon SM. It can reach ridiculous DP numbers. I wasn't initially very impressed with Ultra Rest, but I can see now it does have potential, especially if the translation is wrong. Oh, it sure has potential. Let me fucking tell you. That card? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Anyway. Oops All Agumon in here with the comment of the week. Really. I can't make this up. I think with how aggressive the buyouts have been, it actually only shows how small our market actually is, where it is this easy to manipulate. I, for one, am getting priced out of the game, and it feels like it is getting worse with each passing set. Sure, I could play a cheaper deck just to play the game, but those tend to be weaker, and losing all the time doesn't sound like a good time to me. What Bandai needs to do is have a good reprint set as the 7th set of the year instead of the 30x set. RBO1 was a design failure, and it shouldn't be that hard to design a good reprint product. My God, it's like there's another me out there. Now, I feel for the guy getting priced out of the game. He's not the first person to tell me that. He's probably like the 60th person to tell me that. It's a problem. It sucks. And it's only getting more expensive. And he's right. You know, the Yu-Gi-Oh market is way bigger than ours. And those buyouts happen all the times. All the times? I need to go to bed. It's 10:06 p.m. Holy shit. Digimon is smaller. By a lot. It's a tiny game compared to Yu-Gi-Oh! I know someone in the comments would be like, but Mario, you can't say that about Digimon. How could... No, it's small. It's a tiny speck in the TCG space. When Magic and Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! Hold the biggest share, and those markets can get bought out, manipulated, Digimon definitely can also be. And you see it. We see it every single market watch now. There's always more buyouts. It's ridiculous. It's always happening. And people are doing this just to make a quick buck. Yes, it's true. People are manipulating the market on TCG Player. They're buying the cards so they can sell them back later. It's how they make money. Some people like me own some businesses and do accounting work. Other people literally spend 40 hours a week buying and flipping cards. And TCG Player is an outlet for that. Or insert Facebook Marketplace or whatever else. About the reprint set, we just need a reprint set every year. Most games have reprint sets all the time. Cards get reprinted every year. It should not be this hard with Digimon. It really shouldn't be this hard with Digimon. Bandai chooses to make it hard for some reason. Mario truly is the Rudy of Digimon from Fan for Life. I really like his content. I really do. He's a successful businessman. I am not that successful. But, you know, you strive towards an ideal, right? You know, I started watching Alpha Investments when he started popping off the guy. And let me tell you, you know, a lot of the things he preaches are things I preach. Things that I try to live by. I just do it on a smaller scale. Because I'm younger. And he's older. And that's the difference. You know, I want to be able to retire in 20 years. I'm 32. That's what I'm headed for. That's where I'm going. And I'm grinding, 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 grinding. You know, and there are setbacks like the Canada Post situation, and there are setbacks like no more card players in Belleville, Ontario. You know, but then you find something else and you do something else. And you move on and you evolve and you surpass. And you just make money. Just make money. Just do it. Cawson, Mario, I'm new and bought Omnimon Ultra for $5 each. Welcome to the channel, and that's a good deal. Good job, buddy. Sir John, I'm loving the game since release. Recently, I have been playing more than ever. My only nitpick, a casual player wants to make a deck of the Digimon he/she likes, but it doesn't match the playstyle they like. It's part of the Digimon experience. Try Guilmon Vmon deck, regret life, find an actual deck you like. But season-wise, it matches a lot. They could advertise that. I had a lot of fun results telling them to build hybrid deck or Season 1 armor. You know, the fact that saying that's your only nitpick, I'm just going to let you live with that. That's barely a nitpick, and I feel happy for you that you are finding such joy. And I'm not going to tarnish that joy for you. I'm just going to let you have it. And maybe one day Digimon Bandai will change the way they do things to be more in line to fix that nitpick for you. Justin, so Mario, you like Kamen Rider? I have no idea what that is. I know it's an anime, but I couldn't tell you anything about it. Just so you know. My favorite animes of all time are Inuyasha, Death Note, Gundam Seed / Destiny, Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! Are considered animes. Love those. Any that really stand out? Tsubasa Chronicles, I enjoyed that as a kid, teenager. Air Gear, an anime about rollerblading. That was a fun one. And the most recent anime watch I've done is Delicious in Dungeon. If you've not watched that, I recommend you do. It's about halfway done with another season to go. It's really funny. I won't spoil it. I won't tell you anything about it. But if you want like a good laugh and you like anime, just go watch Delicious in Dungeon. So yeah, there you go. There's a little anime dump lore for Mario there, in case anyone's wondering. Let me know in the comments what your favorite anime is. Bad Wolf. Me, I'm the one who would also say Daiboromon is better than Sendromon. XD. But in all honesty, it's rough. But I do be smoking Sendro in my locals with my boy Daya. Yeah? Bet. That's all I'm going to say. A few more comments to go. Mr. Chowder says, quick question. In the future, will you be making a video on a DM trait deck? I'll give you the whole thing here. Deck profiles go on the YouTube membership as they get tested. My plan is if I ever get an editor that is consistent and can edit consistently and make animations like a Vault editor can do, I will make deck profiles again. If I don't get that, you're probably not seeing a deck profile ever again, unless it's like some interview I get with someone or whatever, you know. Like I interviewed Sean after he won Oceania Nats with Gallimon, like random one-off things like that. Deck profiles don't really fit the theme of this channel anymore anyway, because, you know, market stuff. Dr. Pulcinella. Sorry if I butchered that. They're getting way too comfortable making Super Rare Secret Tamers, to be honest, especially ones that aren't really that impactful. It's just, you know, Super Rare Rookies last year, Super Rare Tamers, hopefully not Super Rare Options next year. We had a Secret Rare option already, Vortex Resonance. Like, let me tell you, next is Super Rare Eggs. That's already happened, though, because of King Drazzle. You know, this is just Bandai's direction of doing things. They'll shift back eventually, I'm sure. This is just a phase, but yeah, I don't know. It's weird. Last comment of the day goes to Gibby the Beard. There still doesn't seem to be a decent enough payoff for all these face-down cards. I'm thoroughly whelmed by Analog Youth EX9. Other than new Puppet and Venture stuff, this seems like such a dud set. This comment existed before the Omnimon was revealed. So I believe your opinion should be changed by now. If it's not, though, let me know. I'd be really interested. And that's all for today, y'all. See you later. Bye.